There have been a lot of interesting and very talented people up there. It's the stage in the band shell at the park central to the city in which I live. This is where a lot of the major festivals and events are held. Now it's it's gated off right now. I guess they don't want me up there doing air guitar at the moment. Looks like they're getting set up for something else. But I've been here more times than I can remember to see people I admire perform. Two things come to mind when I think about each and every one of those experiences and the people that I come here to watch. One is that I see them on stage, but I don't see what goes on behind the scenes. And the other is that when I'm watching and admiring them, I'm usually looking up.
Left, left, right, left, 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 right, left.
When I was a kid, I used to have posters of my favorite athletes up on the wall. I would cut out pictures from magazines and stick them up in my bedroom with little pieces of Scotch tape. I had jerseys of my favorite sports teams with my favorite athletes' names on the back. I don't wear anybody else's name on my back anymore, only mine. When I got a little bit older, I became more passionate about music, and I was really enthusiastic about the handful of artists who were creating music that really resonated with me. And so I would do the same thing. I would look for articles that had been written about them or interviews that had been done with them in guitar magazines and music periodicals, and I'd cut those out and I'd put them alongside concert ticket stubs and photo albums so that I could keep them and hold on to them. I was passionate about it. I was reminding myself how much I enjoyed their work and was inspired by it and wanted to maybe take pieces of it and integrate it into what I was doing. I think that's what I was doing, because see, here's something that I was aware of even then that's carried on to now, and that's that I never had any desire to meet any of these people. So for instance, I've never really understood, say, collecting autographs or just going and meeting somebody backstage really quick for just sort of a quick, hey, how you doing? Pause for a picture and now on to the next person in the assembly line when there's been no real quality interaction. You know, never mind the fact that just because you maybe play guitar really well and sing a song or wrote a song that I love, or you can hit a baseball really far, or you scored the winning goal for the hockey team that I like, doesn't necessarily mean I want to be your best buddy. There are some people that I'd love to have the opportunity to sit down with, to have a discussion about their art and their accomplishments, their process, their thoughts. That to me would be really interesting, but just to have them scribble out their name and then take that with me, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just never held any appeal to me. Now, as I got older, I started to understand something that I didn't get back when, say, I was wearing jerseys with somebody else's name on my back or hanging my civic pride on a sports team. And that's that no matter what somebody is doing, no matter what level of attention they might have around the world, the amount of money that they have achieved, the level of talent in their field, they're just people, just a person. And like that stage, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know necessarily what the process is. You know, like that old image of the bottom of the iceberg, the part that's under the waterline that we don't see. So a lot of us don't take that into account. We just admire the accomplishment. And the other is, we don't know necessarily what's really going on with those people. The accomplishment and the art is not necessarily the same as the contentment or lack of it that's going on constantly behind the scenes. On the other hand, there are probably all kinds of people around the world that do their work and live their lives in relative anonymity, who are completely content inside their own skin, really happy with the way life is, love what they do, and have really rich relationships and good health. I'm betting that there are a lot of people from the first column that I described that we're looking up to that might immediately trade places with the people from the second column that I just described. Don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't be looking up to and admiring other people. I just think it's worth taking a moment to consider that while we're doing that and looking up to somebody else, that we're not looking down upon ourselves. If you like this video, please just take a quick moment and click subscribe so that you can get notified of future videos like this. And if you'd like to stay in touch, jump on my free email newsletter list. You can find that at noscheduleman.com. And no, I'm not necessarily asking for you to look up to me. I'm not looking to create more followers. I'm trying to help more people become leaders.